Peace to the family, peace to the gods. I'm gonna leave this one up, man. Y'all come tap in. This is very important. You understand me? So, what I was looking at was the fact that I was looking at the post. They got a post where it's like all of the right-wing people about to do an HBCU tour, right? And it's like Candace Owens, it's like this officer dude, whatever it may be. The difference between that side, you know, that you got to respect is they put their money where their mouth is, number one, right? They put their money up, they organize fast, and they execute. The other side be on defense, and fuck both sides if we being honest, because at the end of the day, none of them are for us. The problem that I have, though, is in the midst of the downfall and the acceleration of the end of the world, we not acting like it's happening. You get what I'm saying? Like, we acting like we got time and we got opportunity just to be waiting. And what happened is everybody get put on the defensive mode, making a bunch of content, telling people not to engage, not to debate. That's not how it works for young people. Young people go get active. You know what I mean? They go get outside. You think they about to listen to some corny ass people on the internet tell them what they can and what they cannot do? If you're not willing to put the money behind to organize and to step outside to reach the consciousness of the youth, you understand me? They gonna be lost. You feel me? Like the thing that I'm building right now, this digital nation network, is so that outside of these systems of control, this matrix that they own, these social media platform, the reason that it only get like 100 people that jump in here at any given time is because these devils run these platforms and they always trying to shadow ban my reach because they know that I have the ability, you understand me, really to reach the whole entire consciousness of the youth global. You feel me? But they won't be able to stop that. So now we're going to get as many people as we can, you know I'm talking about, tapped into the Zion, the Digital Nation Network, which is where we build in our own digital country so that we can be able to organize. Because at the end of the day, we got to create a new side, man. These devils is moving very slick. You feel me? And where these devils is moving, they running every play and every program that they can. You feel me? Because their goal is to accelerate the end of these things. Their goal is to create, when they run through these streets with the military, they want an uprising to happen, so they got a reason to come in, you understand me, and implement executive orders, you feel me, on the people and put everybody on a lockdown. That's their game. They want a war. But you can't go to war unless you're ready. You can't go to war unless you got an army. You can't go to war unless you got soldiers. You can't go to war unless you got organization, man. We can barely goddamn communicate with each other, so ain't no war gonna happen. Not one that you gonna win unless you're able to get on board, especially with people that's out there already training. You understand me? So if they was to go to war with you, they'd smack you fast. So I gotta respect the fact that I see people getting active and they running a 1-2, because on the HBCU is the battlegrounds for the consciousness of the youth, because that's the battleground for the consciousness of the future, the way these young people are thinking. But I think these young people are a little different. You understand me? But you have to understand that some of these black conservatives, man, they slick with it. I ain't gonna lie, because social media ran the world. So as much as you may think that the mind of the youth is strong, without consistent active engagement, you understand me, their identity can be psyoped into a whole new program to where you will be thinking like, damn, I thought y'all would think like me because y'all are black young men and women. But that's not the way it works, right? Because they mind don't even have the ability to defend against a lot of the points that's being made when you have intelligent people that's going on there, that's being paid by, you know, that other side to get their minds. And once they get their minds, they basically creating an army against you. But then the question becomes, is like, you know, I seen this movie, right? One battle after another. And to be honest, I thought the movie was trash. You understand me? I seen the movie Him. Cinematically it was cool, but at the ending the movie was trash. And all these movies have something like, it's something missing, and it feels as if, you know, black media is at this point where unless you have control over it completely, I ain't talking about when somebody allow you to do something, somebody allows you to green light something, you understand me, every movie is mental manipulation, and it doesn't make us feel stronger. It actually makes us feel weaker. The movie I watched with Tiana Taylor, she played a snitch, fake revolutionary, in love with white supremacy and in love with the white man on both sides. And y'all don't understand, like, these are the tactics of psychological warfare. You understand me? These are the tactics that get into the mind of the people, and you might not even realize it's happening because they're doing soft psyops to where it feels like entertainment. But what they're really doing is they're embedding this ideas in your mind, right? Reinforcing this white savior, reinforcing the interrelationship, you know what I mean? Disconnecting the black man and the black woman. Because when you watch a full movie and you don't see a single strong black man leading whatsoever, what is that doing to your mind? These young men are on campuses and they soft as tissue. And a lot of people was like, let the young man be. Don't be so judgmental. Y'all got to understand, these young men are in war. You understand me? When they on them campuses and when they on those phones every day and they ain't got no militant discipline whatsoever to put up a defense system against the world, man, they gonna turn into some soft suckers. Next thing you know, they bending over for the white boys in the bathroom. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you gotta understand that the game is different in the way it's being played. We don't have the ability to just stand idly by, you feel me, and try to act like we progressive and everybody is, you know, being empathetic to everybody and open to what everybody says. Nah, man, you gotta cut that shit off, because you gotta let these young men know that, nah, being a man does have rules, does have code, does have conduct, does have order to it. You feel me? And I ain't seeing nobody on the left side that I feel like, you don't represent true masculinity whatsoever. You know what I mean? That's tension, showing these little young men how to be men, how to stand up. You know what I mean? How to have emotional intelligence, how to think, how to court and treat these young women, how to protect themselves, how to defend themselves. You feel me? To have some consciousness and some knowledge of self. That's going to be the only defense system against these devils. If they don't know they guys, man, the devil can co-opt them to make them think they nothing. If you ain't got that at the foundation, is weak. And that's what's happening right now, because everybody's trying to be too nice and too intersectional. The other side ain't trying to be nice. The other side is saying, fuck your side. The other side is saying, no, we coming for your children. We coming for your life. We coming for your neck. Fuck your respect. That's how they speaking on TV, talking to you straight up. And then you got the other side still out here. You understand me? Trying to play nice. When we do our Digital Nation Network, man, I want to have 1 million. What was it now? I want 100 million people in Zion. I want the whole diaspora locked in. If we don't have the control and the power, it ain't worth nothing. No algorithm is worth it. You understand me? And all this intersectionality, none of that's worth it either. There will be no unity amongst the people unless there's tragedy that reaches such a level that you have no other choice. And by the time that happens, things will be so bad that you're in a full all-out war, not just on the mental level, on the physical level, because things that should make people move no longer make them move, because their consciousness have been psyoped so much that they're not even angry about things that they should be angry about. I'm on my way to the gym, so I gotta get my energy up. You understand me? But I just seen that post and I'm like, first I seen it, I was like, all right, you know, my goal is to do a HBCU tour because I want to reach the consciousness of the youth. You understand me? And specifically reach the young men, so that we have a generation of young men that are strong, that are disciplined, you feel me, and that have consciousness and knowledge of self. That's really the goal. Then get them to become politically independent, so you have a group of young men and women that when it's time to negotiate anything, they got their own mind. That's it. Because everything else, you understand me, You working for the white man. And I can't trust a black person that work for the white man. Y'all see Van Jones, man. I try to do some work with him, but him and like John Hope Bryan, they be capping for them Zionists so much. Like they are pure Zionists. Like they love Zion. Not the real Zion. They love Zionists. And y'all be getting caught up in this shit, man. And it's really just a time for separation. Niggas be getting paid so much from them boys, so much from Israel and all of them. You feel me? They be getting paid millions of dollars to run campaigns on Black America. You can't serve two masters. You gotta have complete loyalty to one side. That's the only way it works. You feel me? You gotta have complete loyalty to one side. If loyalty is split, you understand me? You weak and you ain't worth nothing. That's just the way it works. You can't serve two masters. Y'all know how this game goes. You feel me? Peace to the gods. If you don't know you a god, man, it's hard to work with you. I ain't saying you are the God, but you don't believe in yourself the way all leaders believed in themselves. They got that kind of militant confidence. You ain't really gonna be worth nothing going forward in the future. You know, I be having different things on my mind as I wake up. And sometimes I want to just come on here and, you know, just teach about how you can position yourself to build and become successful and wealthy. But then I ain't gonna lie, man, it just feels like the sense of urgency in the world right now requires us to have a stronger message. Because it's now or never. And we also living in a time where we have such a great opportunity with this technology and the ability to organize and the dissatisfaction of the people across the planet Earth, that if we pay attention to the moment right now, we can build our own world, and that should be the only focus. What world are we building? That's it. Then you have your daily enemies. Their content is your enemy. And I want you to understand that on a level that maybe right now it won't hit you. But every idea they signal to you, every time they can get you to laugh, every time they can get you to just passively intake information, right? Every time that, you know, my brother just sent me some content from this AI influencer on TikTok, a right-wing influencer, getting hundreds of thousands of views. And guess what? The influencer is an AI, not even a real person.